Though I wasn't planning on customizing a Beanie Boo today, I kind of accidentally ended up customizing Purrly, so here's how he ended up looking. I originally only intended to remove his bunny ear headband, but that got messy, so in order to save him, I ended up customizing him. So there he is without his bunny ear headband on, and at this point, I thought it was going well. I'm like, wow, I got his ears off. That was way easier than I expected. Yeah, I totally judged way too soon because it got really difficult and messy down the line. What you're about to see is a video I sent Plush Productions via email of after I had to get rid of the pink excess left over from his headband. Now is not the time for me to not remember where I put Halo. I really need a fur donor right now. So, because I couldn't find Halo, I ended up having to sacrifice a poor innocent duplicate Slush to use his stomach, his face, and his paws, basically every single white area of him, to patch over where I sewed up her head. Or his head. I forgot mine's a boy, but I know that most people's is a girl. He ended up losing a lot of his head and looked super derpy. So if you're wondering how I went from a massacred mess to an alright decent Beanie Boo, is I actually had to just sew up his head individually and then sew his ears back on separately after because one of his ears fell off. So I had to just sew those on separately afterwards. I also had to take out a ton of stuffing, as you can tell in the earlier video, because I needed to make enough room to sew his head back up where I removed the headband. And at this point, I was okay with him. I was like, wow, I just finished up. He actually doesn't look too bad. He looks like a normal Beanie Boo. And then I put him next to Cashmere for comparison, and I realized he looks like a fake, and I despise him. He's ugly at this point. And then in the next clip, you will see my first reaction to seeing the side view of his head. Just watch it. Okay, so normal-ish, and then so at that point, I hated him and was on the verge of tears because I was super sad. I had spent a ton of money on this Beanie Boo, and then I ended up kind of just ruining him and hating him. So I was emailing Plush, and I was like, maybe I could sell him, maybe I could give him to you, maybe I could just try to fix him, and we're like, maybe accessories will fix him, maybe you can cover up his head, maybe you can, Plush said this, she's like, maybe you can send him to me and I can fix him for you. We were going through every option in the book that we knew to possibly try and fix him, but at this point I had lost hope and I was ready to just throw him away, give him away, or sell him because I hated him. But then I was like, okay, even though I'm probably just going to order a new one, let's at least not abandon him. Let's make him look good for someone else, and then I can get a separate one. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll just customize him and then give him away because I don't want to just abandon him. Even though I hate him, I would rather at least make use of him rather than it be a completely failed experiment. So I was like, okay, maybe I can give him a mane to cover up what's going on with his head situation. So I found what I could use for a mane, and then here's where the actual customization process started. And I used white feathers that my sister gave me, which I thought I would never use, to be his mane. And then I was like, okay, he's cute, but I don't know if I want to keep him. And then I found wings from a Beanie Baby that I had recently chopped off, and I've been wanting to have an opportunity to use them. So I was like, okay, sure, let's make him a winged lion, why not? And at this point, I was really starting to love him. And then I used Yipsa Chihuahua's hair ruff to be his, like, a little cute mohawk or pop of color to match with his blue. And oh my gosh, I was actually liking him at this point. I was like, oh my gosh, he's adorable. I love him. I need to keep him. And then the final touch was the ribbon that he actually came packaged with. And I named him Prevail because I prevailed through hating him and actually ended up customizing him giving him a purpose and not abandoning him. So I hope you enjoyed seeing the process of how I customized him, and now I actually really love him. And I think this is probably how I'm going to be doing customization videos from now on. I think they're going to be short videos on my second channel rather than huge process videos on my main channel, because I enjoy customizing them on my own time, but I also enjoy giving you guys the process. So I think this is a happy compromise to you guys seeing the process, but also me enjoying, well, the process of making it as well. So I will see you in another short. Hey.